Yeah, going through.
What's up, guys? Mars here standing in for G. G's going through a bit of a rough time. I'm standing in for him for the time being. He will pop in every now and again. As usual, we're live at our usual hotspot. Please like. Yes, we are live, Ryan. There we go. There's G.
Oh, guys.
There's a man. There's Yuri.
Sorry, I'll be in and out of this one. It's just going through a little bit of a rough thing. But Mario will be leading. I will be here.
Rugby has not quite started yet. Yes, indeed. Yuri's got that right. I'll do the other side of it. Yes, there we go. We've got G Nation in the background. Chantal also. G Nation. G Nation has joined the party. We're still awaiting the rugby to start. It's just about to kick off. Well, rather, we're waiting for the teams to come out.
Okay, pass it over. Let me do this.
Want to do it yourself? Okay. I believe I'm passing you over to G. We have a change in plan. He said, yeah.
What's up, happy people? Show must go on. Show must go on. How are we doing? We've got two people here. Thanks, Floy. Just get a photo. Okay, we'll wait for Lali to come later. Just get a photo of all of us in our shirts.
Have they seen the backside?
No.
Right.
Oh, what they're going to want to buy it. So rather, yes, G Nation, stay safe, no go. There we go. What's up, everyone? How are we all doing? Waiting for the boys to come out. They're just, let me see. What do they do? Team talking. Why am I so white? Am I really that white? Is it the lighting? How's it, Chester? How you bad? Ryan Smith was here. I don't know if he's still here. But 9 people here. It's going to be a good game. I hope the Force win tonight. I really do. This is the Aussie one. It's Brumbies Force, but now at 2 o'clock, it's Sharks Stormers. Yes, man. Yeah. It's going to be a long day, but... Oh, wait, wrong score. Who's playing? Brumbies. Like, come on.
It's going to be a long time.
That's it. That is me. No, but I saw my face. What the hell am I? Alrighty. Huh? Sorry. Hello. How's the signal? Okay, not bad. Smash that like button, everyone.
Indeed, smash that like button, guys.
Still waiting for the boys to come out in the park. They're getting ready. Prepping. Guys, this stream is going to be between myself and Mario. Fortunately, going through something, so I'm a bit distracted today. But I will be around every now and then. But Mario will take lead soon. Here come the Brumbies. It's Alan Alatoa. Did I say that right? Alatoa. I'm back. Well done, Gareth. Fucking hell. Cheers. Cheers, old lady.
Little ladies. Health is getting better.
Cheers, old lady. My mother. Well, she'll be cucking on me now. The plane's flown over somewhere.
5 o'clock in the afternoon somewhere.
Hey, it's night time in Australia.
There we go.
Exactly. And in New Zealand,
Yeah,
and in Fiji, and Samoa, and Tonga,
There we go.
and other places.
We're on
Good
Aussie
quiet.
time today.
We're on Aussie time today. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock. My battery is about to die. Oh, okay, it's charged.
Eugene thinks of all.
Yeah. At least I remembered my mic this time.
Gonna December losses. Kom op, ek dra so 'n ware vas. Vir die basis en ek is die baas dit is nog los.
All right, we're about to start. Say shit, yeah. Boys. Hey, buddy boy. There we go. Smash that like button. The game is gone. What's up, H? Eugene chick? Oh, that's... Never mind. Eugene, why are you in the back? Hi, guys. What's up? How's it, Ryan Smith? How's it, bud? Ryan, yes, there's a lot of Ryans here today. Hi, Gareth. Unfortunately, the Chiefs lost to the Blues. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't see it, but I heard. G-Man the legend. Thank you. Thank you. At least doing... Yes, we all look like a fucking school group.
Good job. Thank you.
I like the shirt, Speaks.
But there's more people now, so let's show the backside again.
Hey, G-Nation, stay safe, never give up. This is a good time. You going to know? You going to know?
If you go in I shall accompany you.
Let's see what happens.
Otherwise, I'm going to be alone.
No, you can't do that alone. Cool. Let's chat. Love the Mercy. Who's the Mercy?
I think it was trying to say merch.
A merge.
We're working on getting a summness of
The whole team's here. There's everyone.
What's up, guys? I did start the stream, but those of you that weren't there.
Okay, Mario, you take it off and then put it, maybe slant it towards me.
Why don't you just
Okay.
Try and see if we can get us both in it. Oh, there we go. That's now you. Not just a pretty face, though. But then I'm in it still for the team, and then Mario is leading.
And then Mario can just move it on.
And sorry, Chantel, without stomping on your toes.
It's okay.
You don't need to keep it near you. They can actually hear us from
Yeah,
here.
no, they can hear as well.
Welcome
Sorry,
to
I'll be
our
with you in a
first day,
sec. I'm
G-Man,
just busy
new era.
answering a message.
New era. Fuck. Today's
No
supposed
Buffalo
to
wings today, H-Tech,
I said
although they
today
might be
because
later on, I
season two,
think.
and now we
It
just
just depends on what happens later on this afternoon.
It's okay.
What do you think of Chiefs Blues? I didn't watch it, to be honest, but I'm chuffed for the Blues as I support them.
I watched the Chiefs Blues game, or at least most of it, I'd say. Blues look quite good. I think it's a team that's worth looking at when Trans-Tasman comes up. I think they might be on the up.
Ja. Ek het eers vir hom gesê laat, maar sê ek vir hom nie weer. Maak dit liewer vir jouself. Bly vir jouself.
Yeah, no, it was quite something that I watched some of that game too. Being a bit of a Roma fan, that was a bit disappointing. But then again, most of the Italian teams, I think you find it with the French and those guys too, they always have a tendency of, they play away from home. Oh, we can't win this game. And just to give you an idea of that, Dwayne Vermeulen was saying when he was playing in France, they were like, if they played an away game, they'd send a B side. It's like, oh well, we anyway can't win this game. So it looks as if that's a general mentality with him. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks. Good to see you too.
Ryan Sims wants to know, what is your thoughts on the Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul on the 6th of June?
Brumbies have made a breakaway.
Floyd Mayweather, go Logan Paul, kick the hell out of Floydie. But I'm excited for that. Definitely watching and probably going to stream that. I'm really keen for that game. Good. Let's go to Miami to watch the Mayweather fight. H-Tech, let's do it. Sign me up. And then we stay there in America and we watch Conor McGregor taking on Poirier, fight number 3. And we stay there and I want to watch Jake Paul get the holy fuck beaten out of him by Conor McGregor the next time. So let's do it. Mars. Sorry, you sent someone a text.
Yeah, he's sending someone a text. There's been a knock-on by the Brumbies. They just made a lovely counter-attack, and it's Western forced ball. That is roughly halfway between
Almost
the
5 minutes in.
22 and the halfway line in Brumbies territory.
G-Man versus Owen Farrell. There we go.
Reset.
Sorry, I forgot about that. That's a big
Reset.
fight too.
That is a big fight, G-Man versus Owen Farrell. Still on the scrum, Owen Farrell is een Engelse losskakel in center. Rugby. Yeah.
Inside joke.
Yep, there you go. Chantal said it. Still with the scrum. Almost 6 minutes gone in the game. Scoreline unchanged. Must admit, I'm very clueless when it comes to boxing and that kind of stuff. There we go. H-Tech, good one there. Answering the question. Western Force being pushed. Yeah, the Brumbies look rather strong in the scrum. Penalty to the Brumbies in the 7th minute of the game. Interesting to see what they're going to go for. Going to go for the 3, or are they going to go for touch? The penalty for the front row collapsing. Allegedly, the front row of the Western Force collapsing, so the penalty. We were just watching the highlights here briefly. Brumbies have decided to go for touch. They're about 10 meters up from the Western Force try line. Almost 7 minutes gone in the game. Try source, line out 62%, Brumbies, scrum 22%, force turnover 2%, 14% counter attack. Brumbies have had a breakaway. They're about 2 meters from the try line. Here it comes with a number 12 centre. As is Nick White, the scrum half. Has a bit of a thought himself.
Take my stuffs away.
Still the Brumbies have it. And here it comes again.
Too early for a break. Too early for a break. I see everyone else.
And it's gone back to a penalty for the Brumbies. By the looks of things, for offside. Yes, correct. I'm correct for offside.
Singles.
H-Tech, I'm sure we'd all love to see Owen Farrell lose to G-Man. All G-Man has to do is just headbutt him somewhere.
Get you and G-Man in the ring for a charity match. Yo. I'll whoop his ass.
He probably will whoop my ass. We have a Brumbies injury. Jersey number 1 is down. Looks like a potential ankle injury. Working on his ankle here.
Good lad. Good lad.
I want to see serious. Wasn't Lions. Cool. 1855.
Good, I hope you're not sick. Right? Oh, excellent.
Ja, nee, verseker. Verstaan daar. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So the Brumbies, we're still waiting for the Brumbies to make a move here. We're still waiting for that injury to be sorted out. Sorry for the background talk there.
After
Brumbies line out
the
5
last
meters from
team.
the try line.
maybe go home quickly, check on my dad. T-Man should put on the shirts walking tall as seen by AU I like that one.
Do you know
There it
what,
is.
have you guys heard what?
Wait a minute. We interrupt this for a breaking broadcast.
What's up, guys? This is AB de Villiers, and you are watching Gareth Mason on Walking Tall with G-Man. Subscribe to his channel for all sporting content. You won't regret it. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.
There we go. You heard it from the man himself.
What's up, guys? That comes from AB de Villiers himself. For those of you that don't know, apparently in India, the B with the people in India stands for Bangalore and not Benjamin, like what it actually is in his name, because the Indian people have renamed him Abraham Bangalore de Villiers, which is quite clever because he's done a lot for that team since he started playing for them. I think probably since the very first IPL in 2007.
I thought I heard it fine.
Yep, mine's lying over. Yes, I'll know. Head-to-head possession, Brumbies 83%, force 17%, territory 78-22, 7 plus phases. Neither side has
Sounds
yet.
good. I like that. Mario, buy the next beer. You're going to lose. Exactly.
Well played, though. Well played. From the both of you. Western Force still inside their own 22. And they're just outside the 22, inside Brumbies inside their own territory still. It's come off. I think it's Cabelli, the Argentine international, kicks the ball. Box kick.
No, I'll go fix it.
Oh, okay. You know where I'm parked, right?
Yeah.
Right next to the municipal building. It's on the opposite side of the municipal building. You know which one's open and closed, right? Oh, of course. Well, you've only known me for 20 years. I've only had a driver's license for about the last 10 years of us being friends.
Come on, Force. Do something, boys. Do something.
Nick White gives it off. Brumbies have the ball inside Western Force territory, 10-yard line. Lolo Sione. Western Force have turned it over. And it looks as if there's a Brumbies man lying on his back, Mr. Ref. If there's a serious injury, I would call time off and call the medicals on. Time off, medical team required, urgently on the Brumbies side.
Mario, Fleshin. Hey, Fleshin.
What's up, Fleshin?
Saying how things.
Things are going good, thanks. Better for me than up until the last few minutes, say the last half an hour or so since I heard that. Yeah, anyway, we'll just leave it at that for the moment. Brumbies man still down, receiving attention. They're sitting, at least he's not lying flat on his back like he was about 2 minutes ago or a minute and a half ago. He's at least back on his back sitting upright, which is a good sign. Dan Simpson.
Hey man, what do you want to look? Logan Paul to be Floyd Mayweather? Because I've watched him as a YouTuber. I've been supporting. Obviously, Mayweather's going to win, but I'm not a fan of Mayweather because he beat Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor is my boy. So I'm automatically in Logan Paul's favor, and I want to see something different. Miracles can happen. So yeah, obviously he's going to lose. I'm fully aware of it, but a man can wish.
Well, you never know. You know what they always say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And there's always such a thing as an upset. You know what they say? Ryan Smith, he's saying Brumbies to win by 16, but I don't think you should write the Western Force off. They've come quite a long way since, considering that they've been out of Super Rugby for 4 years. Or at least, call it say 3 up until last year. Which means that they've come quite a long way, considering that they were down in the doldrums of Aussie rugby for a while. Looks like there's a penalty accruing here to the Western Force. Yes, penalty for what looks like to be a high tackle. Oh, joining the ruck or the maul incorrectly. Yeah, I think that's quite true. Yep. Gee, notice, got my short shirt on underneath. The color black is so similar. You can hardly see.
This is quite a thick material.
Nope, not feeling it as such yet.
Yeah, I'd say. I think she did a good job.
You did do a jolly good job. Oh, ball in touch. Was it? I think yes. Even if it's in the air, it's in touch. Western Force looks as if they've got the ball. They're on the counter. No penalty to the Brumbies. Looks as if the hooker of the Western Force went diving over the top. Now that was pretty silly when you're on the counter. Indeed, Ryan, you can't write the Western Force off.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So far, we are about roughly in the first half of the first, no, almost the first quarter gone, 14 minutes gone, still 0 all. Which shows you that neither side has given an inch as such yet. It looks like this could be a right old royal battle of attrition between 2 Aussie conference teams. Indeed, Ryan, we really hope the Sharks do win too. Hopefully they smash those Stormers. Oh, potential knock-on by the Brumbies. I think the referee has called it knock-on by the Brumbies inside the 22.
It's been stumbling on me. If you have a shit at 11, what?
11:59.
And finish at
It's the same shit. That's your
That's a tough question to answer, that HT. It's a family channel, so we can't answer it. Western Force scrum inside their own quarter again. Head-to-head tackles 633, missed tackles 1 to 8. Tackle completion, Brumbies 86, Western Force 80%. Western Force have a penalty advantage, a penalty to the Western Force, not taking the bind or not taking the hit. Brumbies. Illegal wheeling of the scrum.
Cool.
We have approximately 16 minutes gone in the game. Western Force have gone to the touch. We've gone for touch.
With the same shit different day.
Western Force roughly around about the halfway line. Just on the Brumbies side of halfway.
Smith says walking tall shirts looks ace.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. This is under Yuri's commentary. Just having a quick look at the Brumbies coach. We head into Western Force have the ball. It's Capelli. His Argentinian teammate goes off to the center. just other side of the halfway line. Here they come again. Kubeli again. His international teammate. Inside ball. Western Force just inside Brumbies territory now. Big prop forward. That looks like a bit of a high tackle there to me by the ref. The referee has called tackle, so the tackle player must release. The tackler must release. Well played, Ali. Well played. Can't argue with that. And that's a knock on by the Western Force. We are 17 and a half minutes into the game and we are still scoreless. I'm rather surprised that we're still scoreless. But then again, on the other hand, it just shows you, like I said just now, it's a royal battle of attrition in the Aussie Conference semi-final, the playoff finals. Just experiencing now some highlights. It's a Brumbies, it's a Brumbies scrum just inside Western Force territory, roughly around about the 10-yard line. 18 minutes and 17 seconds into the game, still pointless. White, Lelifano, number 12, whoever that is. Here they come the Brumbies. They're just other side the halfway line, just other side the 10-yard line, carried back. White again. Not held in the tackle according to the ref. The Brumbies have gone up between the 10-yard line and the 22-meter line. Nick White again has the ball. Does a bit of a dummy pass. Slight possible obstruction there. And the ball has come squirting up the side of the rack. And I think it looks as if it could be a Western Force line out. No, correction. No line out. It's been knocked on by the Brumbies, so it's a scrum to the Western Force again. It doesn't look as if it's too bad a crowd in Canberra. I'm not too sure. Those of you that are living there in Canberra, Ryan, you're in Aussie in Melbourne. Are there any restrictions as to how many people there are allowed in the crowds, or is it obviously for social distancing purposes and whatnot? No worries, man. We're still awaiting the first points in the game and we're almost 20 minutes into the game. I'm rather surprised. But then again, on the other hand, Western Force, kudos to you for defending the way you are. I mean, the Brumbies, both sides have had their fair share of counters and no one has capitalized on scoring points as yet. We're waiting the scrum to continue. Western Force have the scrum. They've got the ball, Kubeli. Western Force break just over the 10-yard line inside their own half of the field. Kubeli again. Big lock forward gets taken down. He's on exactly on the 10-yard line. Still no points on the board. 20 minutes and 13 seconds into the game. We have Kubeli that's done the box kick. Right down the center of the field. That's possibly taken a man in the air, but I think he might have had a foot on the ground. White to the big hooker. There's White again. And now let's find a little seal. Brumbies on their own, inside their own half this time around. Again, roughly between the 10-yard line and the 22-meter line, halfway line on their side of the field. Just to correct myself there, we're in the fifth phase. Brumbies counter-attacking. And just over the halfway line, the Brumbies. There's been a change in no change in position. The change in position is still with the Brumbies. Box kick from Nick White, the international Aussie scrum half. And the Brumbies look as if they won it back. From the box kick, it was excellently competed, but they've gone back a long way. Western Force have come up in defence. The rolling kick there. And it will stay in field, and the Western Force are on the counter.
Yeah, I think this is the clear for now.
Now, what will the Western Force do from here? Will they clear or will they counter? They're roughly 10 metres from their own try line here, the Western Force.
Oh, God.
Well, that's good news, that, Ryan. So they're allowing people back into the stadiums, but are there, like, obviously for social distancing purposes, is there a certain amount of people that they allow? So, like, say 6,500 per game, or does it depend on the stadium's capacity? We have a Brumbies lineup that are approximately 25 metres from the Western Force try line. That's thrown into the line out. Looked as if there was a little knock. Referee, no, it's been called a knock off. Ryan, as far as I know, this stage I don't think it's been modified as yet. Last I heard, I think he said they were waiting for a bit of money to come in. But I can ask him quickly and see if. Although he's pretty deep in a conversation right now, so
Cool. Thanks, buddy.
I think I'll give him a few minutes just, and then I'll ask him. Okay, so I've been given confirmation it hasn't been modified as yet.
3 days ago, life was normal. 3 days later, she's given 2 months for this operation. I mean,
Still Western Force
a
ball.
lot because
Kubele with a ball in his hand, waiting for the referee to set the scrum. We're in the 24th minute of the game.
But now I can understand why.
Still no score as yet, as you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen.
Sorry, that's all you.
Yep, pretty close, Arena. No score yet. That's why I say it's a right old battle of attrition in the Aussie conference, in the Aussie derbies.
Unfortunately, brain cancer. But
Western Force, Kubele, not fitted, and the referee has penalised the Brumbies. Looks as if it's number 3 that's hinging.
And now her and I have the past 3 weeks. I mean, I never snapped
I'm glad to hear that you think it's a really nice car, that, Ryan. It is. It does look like a nice car from what I've seen too. I've only seen photos of it so far. Western Force kick for touch from the resultant scrum penalty.
But obviously, we would have figured out.
They line up on the halfway line.
For the ambulance to be sitting at home, I'm fine. You're not fine. You got to force it. You're not sure on the ground. It's crazy.
We're in the 25th minute of the game, still no score.
Operable, so that's the hope. But a career's gone.
Western Force playing, that is horribly skewed.
So that's
I think the referee has said that the lineup has been retaken.
yeah.
No, he has not called us to be retaken. It's option to the Brumbies scrum or lineup that's gone scrum.
You got to wait.
Shot, Ryan. Thanks for the big donation there.
Gareth.
You go out of it well.
50 Aussie dollars from Ryan. But he
Kind of
said,
place your charity, please, man. On it. Okay, no, that's a lot of money.
It is
Thank
a lot
you.
of money. Good man, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ryan. I will do that, my man.
Referee setting the scrum. Brumbies ball just inside Western Force territory. The ball comes spewing out the back. Right wing makes a break down the short side.
Oh, you know what? It's fine.
Western Force defending manfully, and I think they may have well stolen the ball. They've rocked over the top of it. Brumbies have to leave it alone. Kobeli. And my goodness
This is
me,
Ryan,
from
the only
Brumbies
commentator
being
here.
on the...
Where's H-Stick? Where's my spanners?
That's a good question.
Oh, wait, my spanners also next to me.
Yeah, they're all sitting next to you. Virtually. The whole toolbox. Yeah. Well played.
The whole toolbox, literally.
Well played. Brumbies on the counter inside the 10-yard line. They're countering. They're halfway between the halfway line and the 10-yard line inside Western Force territory. We're in the 27th minute of the game. There's a penalty advantage to the Brumbies.
Lacquer, man.
There they go, short side number 13 breaks. They're over the 22-meter line of the Brumbies. Brumbies still just behind the 22 now. They've gone backwards a little bit. There's a lovely short ball. Number 7 breaks over the 22 again. Back behind they go. Back into it they go again. A big Ben Alexander, I think, was number 1 jersey. Referee goes back. No advantage. Penalty to the Brumbies. Exactly 20, just over 27 minutes gone in the game. It's offside against the Western Force.
Yeah.
This could be the potential of being the first points of the game.
Rugby tonight could be 6, it could be 8, it could be 10, it could be 12. Okay,
I
can't
must
be 12.
admit that line out was
Probably not
pretty
12.
close to being skew, I think. Guys, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more from the G-Man. He will keep you informed about all kinds of rugby happening
This
all across the
situation,
world. At this stage, it's me. But G-Man,
I'll be there for the
mostly
Sharks. Well, I
he-
have to be there Sharks
He's
game
got
because
to
you've
be
got.
there for the Sharks game. I'm unfortunately not here. I will be away from the team for that one. But I should be back for the next one around about 7 o'clock with the Bulls-Lions game.
7
That's
o'clock.
7. I checked it on
It's a
Super
late
Sport
game,
Rugby
man.
last night. Yeah. It said 18:55 start. I was quite surprised myself. I actually thought the Sharks one was a bit early. I thought, why is that one starting at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock? I must admit, Ryan, I'm quite
Where did
looking
you
forward
see
to the
that?
Sharks myself.
Has G-Man's car been modified yet? No. We were going to go next week, but unfortunately, due to bad news, we can't. But I'm trying to save up for it. It's like 12.5K for it. So it will probably happen in the next month or 2.
Brumbies resultant penalty, they've kicked for touch. 28 minutes almost gone in the game, and we're still with no points on the board.
Good for the Force.
Yet another goal kickable opportunity for the Brumbies not taken, but I think that's probably both sides that have made opportunities to kick a goal and haven't done so. Brumbies have lost their own line-out, I think. No, unfortunately, it was lost forward by the Western Force from the resultant line-out. 28 minutes gone, no score as yet. But as G just said a minute ago, that is very good for the Western Force because the longer they keep the Brumbies scoreless, the more frustrated the Brumbies are going to become. Wait for scrum to be set. The referee's about to set the scrum here. Nick White feeds the ball. Brumbies. Well, the scrum's gone down in a heap, and the referee will we'll have them reset the scrum. Sure, Ryan, that is a lot, eh? 12,500 rand. I'm sure it's worth it, buddy. Sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
Conversion of his car, yeah.
Hopefully we're getting it for less. I think we're pushing it to about 10. But it used to be 8K. But they've pushed it up obviously since 5 years ago, which makes sense.
But you've got to take into consideration your escalation, your VAT that's changed from 14 from 14% to 15% now. As we head straight back into the rugby, we go. Nick White, no, it's not Nick White, it's one of the forwards has picked it up, gone for a pick and go. Nick White passes it out. Brumbies are about 3 meters from the try line. And the Western Force still defending manfully. This is the sixth phase of the game now, of this move. 30 minutes gone, no score. Chantel called it about 6 minutes ago that after 30 minutes there's still going to be no score. Western Force tackling the Brumbies backwards, and the Brumbies keep going further backwards. And there's a cut right through. Ooh, and the Western Force have stopped cutting off a penalty to the Western Force. Held in the tackle, getting up and running. As he was tackled and he was held, so the referee felt he was held in the tackle. He went to ground, he was on his knees. So penalty to the Western Force about 5 meters from their own try line. And once again, manfully defended by the Western Force. Quick prediction here, Ryan. Do you think there's going to be any score by half time? As it's going right now, it's not looking likely. Ryan Sims, YouTubers and TikTokers, I think is going to be a tough one, but I think the YouTubers could well win. Unfortunately, I have no idea who Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall are. I don't follow all kinds of sports. I follow mostly rugby, soccer, cricket, a little bit of tennis. There's wrestling and those kind of things. I don't follow. Yeah, it's looking like it, Ryan. It's looking very much like it's going to be 0-0 at the break, which could make a very interesting second half. How's it, Bertie Venter? G-Man is here. He's just going to say, how's it quickly to you? Here we go. With the Western Force advantage. Western Force have come on the counter. They're about 10, 15 meters out. They've got a penalty advantage, I think, against the Brumbies. And here they come. Western Force stab kick it through Carney, I think. Oh, from Irish international fullback. And they go back to the penalty. Western Force penalty again. 2.5 minutes gone in the game.
Shots anyway? A clean shot. It's a lot better than the other one.
Ja, right. My elbow was twisted. I said, sure, you will go. It's a corrupt lekker. Yeah, Ryan, it's very good to hang out in. It's in the mornings and in the afternoons, pretty quiet. On a Friday evening, it's pretty quiet. But Saturday evenings, it can get quite hectic. And we finally have somebody that looks as if they're going to try and break the duck of the point. Looks as if the Western Force have decided to kick a goal after almost 34 minutes gone in the game.
That pub looks great. Oh, fuck, it's amazing.
It's Domingo Miotti, the Argentinian international, a youngster, successful 13 so far this season, attempted 18 years, an accuracy of 72%.
It's not the pub that's great, it's the people in the pub that's great. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true.
I haven't seen you in a while,
Miotti pretty much in front of the post. And we have Force on the board after 34 minutes, I think it was. And it looks as if, Ryan, your prediction and mine is wrong. Perhaps we have got points on the board. Perhaps we'll have some more points on the board.
Well, it says me streaming in the morning.
Just before just before half time.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And the Western Force are the first to put points on the board after almost 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Brumbies on the counter here. They're going into the Western Force
Before you go
22.
to meet with the big boss, let me have a quick look first. What?
Brumbies look as if they possibly have an overlap.
So, I was here the other night. I was fucking just straight to get drunk.
That was sharp.
Today's Gareth nursing is quick. First time ever in a lockdown. I walked
Brumbies
out,
still on the counter. Western Force still defending manfully. Ryan, indeed, it is very good defense from both sides. Bertie, from what I've heard, it's only thus far. It's only speculation.
No,
but
it's official.
oh, is it official?
Official.
Well, now that's I think that's big news.
Oh, yeah, you like a try?
Oh, it's a try to the Brumbies. I think the referee has awarded it.
I think Pablo's going to be a big advantage for the Crusaders.
And after 36 minutes in the game, the Brumbies have scored.
Finally, some entertainment in the fucking rugby.
I know the score is not up at the moment. I'm just waiting for the conversion to be taken to see if I must make it 5 or 7. Brumbies scoring right in the corner. And I must admit, considering there's been about 35 minutes of no points, suddenly, in the space of 2 minutes, we've had a penalty and a try already. So perhaps entertainment levels might just rise again. The potential TMO check happening here. Now it looks like the referee has awarded the try. It's Tom Wright that scored the try. It's his first try tonight, and it's his 4th in the season. 2021 season, within the 37th minute of the game. Scored present is 5-3, the conversion kick still to come. It's Lolo Sio that is busy lining up the kick. He's had 27 successful attempts this season out of 32, an accuracy of 84%. Can he slot this one? Lolo Sio for the Brumbies. We await patiently as he lines up the kick. And Lolosio has slotted it. And we have the Brumbies with a 4-point lead. Yeah, I mean, it's not take, man. It's not a basic. It's going to show me. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Ryan, I'll ask him quickly. Second last comment. Ryan.
Sure. Probably see Tyson take that. Yeah, could be a good game. Or fight, bucks, whatever. We'll see what happens.
We're in the 39th minute of the first half. Brumbies 7 Force 3. Brumbies have just caught the ball from the kickoff from their try. They're inside their 22. Been taken back, so it can't be kicked out directly into touch. Straight down the Force throat. And the Force send up and up and under. Gary Owen, as the late Paul McLaren used to refer to it as. Brumbies have the ball again.
Guys,
Still inside their own half.
I wonder if we do a bride my house tonight.
Not at all.
So we with my dad. He's not, but my sister asked me to. He said he's talking in circles. So just to be in support
So
for
Nick
him.
White kicks for the kicks, box kick. The last forward by the Western Force. Brumbies on the counter attack. Here's trouble for Western Force. Right on the buzzer for half time. There's a little grabber kick through. Western Force managed to cover it up. 5 meters, less than 5 meters from their own try line, the Western Force. They're about 3 meters from their own try line. Cabelli has to use it. The referee shouted, use it. Uses it with a box kick.
The one Zane you make.
The long one. Yeah.
And they've kicked a huge kick into touch Cabelli from the box kick. 7-3. There's about 7 seconds left in the first half of official time. And suddenly Ryan Smith and my comment has just gone bonkers.
On the CSA decision stripping the Proteas from international rankings.
So I'm the moody. I fucked off about it. The stupid government will stay out of it. Excuse my language.
And we've gone with potentially serious injury after the Brumbies, is it? No. Or has he landed? It looks as if he may well have landed on his head. Yeah. Doctors immediately on the field there. And then we've gone straight up to the TMO. I think it's potential foul play by the Western Force.
Oh, you're sending me a recording. Right, yes.
TMO decision pending for a potential penalty against Western Force. Right on the stroke of half time.
Bertie says he agrees. They make him sick.
Fucking pisses me off.
And it looks as if the player could well have landed on his head here, which could be a potential red card to one of the Western Force players. I think it's Brainard Thunder, the number 8. Oh, is it number 14? Ooh, that looks like a direct shot to the head, which means that is a straight red card. He could well be seeing red here, number 14 of the Western Force. That does not look good for the Western Force right winger.
Gareth.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bertie says it's his boy's dream to play for the Proteas.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's hope the government don't stuff us around. Otherwise, although we should be done. Yeah. It's sad. Eh? It's sad.
We have a TMO decision that was pending, and I think
1 minute 55.
the right wing of the Western Force could well be seeing a red card here for a shoulder to the head of the left wing of the Brumbies. He has indeed seen red. He's off. Off for an early shower just before half time. That's game over for the right wing, Tony Pulu of the Western Force. Not nice to see something like that in the game, but when something like that happens, unfortunately, there's no mitigating factors. Red card, you're off.
Okay.
So the Brumbies have made their decision to kick for touch. And they will counter-attack, trying to score a second try on the stroke of half-time. That was rather stupid from Tony Pulu. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. You could see he was going to the player's face. I mean, that's a bit blatant and obvious. On the stroke of half-time, Brumbies are 6 meters out from the Western Force try line. Brumbies are about now 3 meters out. They've driven it up a little bit. Bellatini has got the ball. He's got to about 4 meters out. They carried him back a little bit. Brumbies on the counter again. They're about 1.5 meters out. Quick ball, and they're over. Brumbies over.
Move the camera.
Yuri is in the front. What's up, guys? Yuri is in the picture just for a moment. We just need to distract certain things from certain people temporarily. And we have a try to the Brumbies fullback. We'll wait Lolo Seo to kick it goal. Western Force were the first to score points, and since then the Brumbies have scored 2 tries, which is not good for Western Force. He tried to Tom Banks, the fullback of the Brumbies. Only it was the Western Force's fullback. It's some very interesting reading. Tom Banks tonight, 1 try, 2021 5. I think it said in his career 21 tries. So far, Brumbies 12, Force 3. Force down, remember, it's down to 14 men. Courtesy of the right wing being sent off a moment ago for a blow to the head of the left winger of the Brumbies. We have G back again with us, temporarily off. Lolo Sio still preparing to kick.
Paul Bayless says he's loving the stream.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul.
What?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Paul says he's loving the stream. Lolo Sio has unfortunately missed this one, and it is 12-3 at the break. And this qualifier final is
How do you
definitely
respond to
big.
badly?
I already responded.
Reinhard Jansen van Vuren wouldn't write the Western Force off. It's a very tough side that. And we've hit halftime. It's 12-3 at the break.
Can't watch the game. Just try and watch the scoreline. 12-3.
It's 12-3 on the Seru
Like
Sinumila.
happy with that?
I've just updated the score now. If there's been a try or penalties or whatever,
It will be good for you.
just give me a moment and then just to see if it's going to
Whether
be
he says no, don't.
converted
I'm
or not.
still do it. We're all going to rock up. Huh?
Paul Bayless. We'll keep you updated over here in South Africa. And thanks for the support. And by the way, to those of you that don't know
I'll
yet,
let Zane know as well.
please hit
So
that
he
like
said they'll
and
be there.
subscribe button as much as you like. In particular, the subscribe button, because G-Man is very, very popular around the world. UK has got quite a large amount of
You
followers.
advertise in the
You never know. He might just, if you like some of these guys, like Ryan Smith and some of those guys that are over in Aussie, he might just make you a moderator, and you never know. You might just land up with one of these yourself.
I get stuck halfway when I know ice.
Stan Sports, Roz Kelly and Andrew Mertens are having a quick word over
So
here
then I can understand.
after halftime, or during the halftime interval rather. That's great stuff, Ryan. We appreciate your support, and trust me, G-Man appreciates every one of your support too, or every bit of your support. So Ryan, I believe, the rest of you also. Not only Ryan. I mean, Ryan isn't the only person, so there's a whole lot of you over here.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks to all of you for your support. To the whole lot of you, what do you guys think? Do you think the Western Force could come back in the second half and steal this one out the fire? I, for one, think that the Western Force have got the capability to do that. I mean, especially when the substitutes come on in the second half.
Danke.
That's actually quite creepy, or not?
Yes. Sarah, that's a rough one.
It's a Coke.
But on the other hand,
Yeah,
as my old man would say, even when I'd go and watch a rugby game or a cricket game or whatever at the stadium, if you play at home, or if you watch at home, at least you could go to the bathroom when you like. You can get a drink or whatever out the fridge when you like. And on the other hand, you've got the advantage of having action replays, which the people at the stadium don't necessarily have.
Let's do that to me late at night. I'll sit myself. I would scream like a girl and I'm talking. Huh?
Only a pleasure, Seru.
You did it to me once. We were across the net.
We do our best to make you guys feel happy.
So dark. He's got this mask
Ryan, that's rough, my friend. That's very rough. That's very rough. You'll have to come home. You'll have to come home to visit, my friend. You'll have to come home to visit South Africa again, so you can get some billies and drivers too. But, I mean, drivers.
Wilton and Dribbles. That would be amazing right now.
Ryan sê hy kan dit nie nou kry. Hy's lus om.
Make it yourself.
Well, we could have Chantal give you a little recipe to do it yourself. In Australia, in Melbourne.
Make it yourself. Ryan, a trick that myself and Yuri did once. If you can get like proper boards, you make like a container with like the plastic hanger parts, and you hang it over it, you close it up, and you put like computer fans in it, and it works amazing. Yeah, and a light bulb works amazing to make dribbles.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. I'm sure we'd love to meet you too. I'm sure in particular G would
Send you a message. So you
would
can
love
forward
to
your
meet
mom
you.
and dad. It's easy to explain it. If they want to know about my mom. I'm going to send you a message, our latest message.
Good man, Bertie. Do you mean
Forward your mom and
you'd like
dad.
to order a walking tour with G-Man shirt? Thanks, by the way, Sarah. Appreciate that. We look
Thanks to the
very.
lady for the nice advice.
Sarah,
My pleasure.
Sarah, not Sarah.
I said Sarah.
Sorry, I said Sarah.
Yeah, I said Sarah.
Ryan, another hint for
I don't have any ladies in the stream except the people here.
That's true. You don't. There's only guys here.
a trick for biltong is
I did it on purpose so you can forward to your mom.
so a trick for biltong is if you can get proper like silver
They
side
knows. That's
piece
my
of meat,
review.
you can cut that onto your cut into
drippy.
your own slices the way you would prefer it. And I know that you can actually order from Freddy Hirsch their biltong mix for the spices. You can order online, and then you do the same thing as you did with the druvels, also in that same container. Hang them up. It's going to take a bit longer, but it works like a charm. And then Bertie for the merge. Myself and Gareth, we are currently looking into options. Oh, and Rulof. We are currently looking into options to get that up and running so that everybody can order some of the merch as well.
Do you know? Sorry, bud.
We're still in the half-time interval. We're still awaiting the players to come out. They're busy having a word here with the Wallaby coach, Michael Checker, at the moment. The former Wallaby coach these days, I think he is. No, good for now. Thanks for Canada.
It's a right
Thank you.
way. It has to be positive in the outcome. I know you did it. my OCD. Everything's in place.
Yeah, no, Ryan, there's certain things which I must admit I didn't even really know about them. I mean, even though I've got an uncle that's a farmer, makes his own biltong and all that. But I mean, okay, not on the farm, you've got your own biltong room and stuff like that. But, I think there's a bit different. Yes, Bertie, Gareth will be streaming the Stormers and Sharks game. I've got another appointment from 2 till 5 this afternoon. And then I will be back for the Bulls and Lions game here around about 7 o'clock. I believe that one only kicks off later on this afternoon. I don't know why so late. Whether it's a case of checking to make
Stormer
sure.
shots, yes, sir. Well, maybe Chantal's streaming that one, but we'll try.
Me?
Yes, it's worth a try. It's worth trying it.
I want to stream it. I think I will be. My head will be there for that.
Look, I'll stream with you, but you know the rules better than I do.
No, I'll stream it. I'll stream it.
Oh, he could easily hand it over to Yuri. He's not that bad.
No,
either.
Yuri's the drinker and the photo taker.
That's also true.
Yuri's my photographer. Yes, that's a lucky
Yeah, no.
shirt, Eugene. I wonder where you got it. Huh? What? This is kind of you. Huh? Yeah?
Having a quick look here at Tom Banks' performance this afternoon or this evening. Scored 1 try, had 9 carries, 1 broken tackle, carry equals 63, and offloads 1. Yo BZ08. As far as I know, it is a brandy that on
My one.
G-Man's one. I think is a brandy.
G-Man is a brand and Coke. I'm on
Chantel-
Coke.
Chantel's
because
on
I'm
straight
the
Coke.
designated driver.
Yeah, no, I'll move to the good stuff.
Bertie, indeed, it was a great win for the Blues. Oh, no, we don't know what's what. We're back.
Let's just give it
We
a
did
second.
have some.
Sorry, guys, we're from South Africa. We've got cock internet.
Yeah, no. Our
we are
internet
back.
is not that hot.
My cousin said
The internet is kind of crap.
He's like, you guys say you still don't have 4G.
Not far, Ryan. Not far, Ryan. Not far. Not far. Not far at all.
Yeah, well, the golden one in Cape Town, the 5G tower.
They're just having a word now with the Brumbies coach from the change room.
Is he one of those?
Yes, we're back indeed, Matthew. We're back. We just had minor internet issues there.
We're all around technology.
They're just having a word here from the studio, from Stan Sports Studio to the Brumbies change room. We're waiting the players to come out for the second half.
No wonder the internet's bad. I forgot we had this going.
Whoops. Yeah, true. We had that one. No wonder we were crapping.
It's my fault. I pushed the wrong bloody button.
Oh, foi toch?
What?
My mom, what?
Remember you told me a few years, remember 1 year?
You injured it. You didn't break it.
I thought you told me that I broke it.
Oh, maybe you did.
Broke a little thing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the little thing. The baby thing.
I broke my little thing.
Unless I'm getting confused with your mom. Maybe I injured your mom's one. It's possible, because I mean, I've stumped on so many people's toes before. En toe kom ek nou hierdie goed daar gesê. Daar is.
Yeah, no, I've got a great team, man. I've got a great team. It's fucking
Yep, Yes, right. It was Ashcom again.
No, it was a Gareth bomb.
It was Gareth.
Yeah, it was a Gareth. That was all me. That wasn't Escom.
He kicked himself off his own stream.
I closed the wrong button.
How's it,
Oh, I
Lance
pushed the
Morris?
wrong-
You clicked the wrong close
Hey,
button.
Lance, how you doing, back?
Hi there, Lance.
What's the lunch?
My channel member. Or one of
I
them.
also asked for something remember this.
Please start. Thank you.
We're still on the guys to come out of the change rooms for half time. Or after time. At least we got 18 viewers here, by the way. To those of you that don't
Great
know,
later today.
hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, please. G-Man gives you all the latest updates on rugby.
Not recently, I've been quite slacking. on
Not
the
recently, he's been slacking, but things will pick up. He's
I do
promised that
have a
things will
reason.
pick up in May. That's
channel.
not
28 likes.
Let's see if we can get to 50 likes by the end of the game, guys.
Yeah, 50 likes. Yes, sir. I'm 40. 40. 20,
I'll meet you
20.
halfway, 45. I'll meet you halfway, 45. Wait. That's an uneven number, 46.
40.
How's it from Perth, Joe BZ08?
How's it, bud?
Tubes, tell me, do you think your boys can come back in the second half in
Come on,
spite of that
course, yeah.
red card? Because I think that was rather silly that from Tony Pullett, hitting the man on the head. Okay, then on the other hand, there's still 16 and a half minutes and they can bring on a replacement to have 15 against 15 again. So I think they've got a chance, but it's going to be pretty costly if they don't do something. We got the second half underway. And it looks like a knock on by the Western Force. Indeed, Ryan, let's do game. We're doing game right now. This is Nick White, just outside the Western Force 22. Box kick from Nick White, straight down the Western Force's throat.
Yeah, sort of
Straight away tackled. And the penalty to the Western Force.
Very happy.
About 5 meters, I think, inside the Brumbies half.
And then the caps are hopefully next week. We thank Floyd and
Chooks.
Gary for that one.
That's a pity that the Honey Badger isn't there, but I'm sure there's a couple of other guys that can make up for it.
Ryan, you do a coin toss. G-Man wins. I'll send $5 each time. 3 coin tosses.
Okay.
Wait.
I've got a coin.
Whoa.
Yeah, but it's a tails.
What happens if I lose?
What happens if he loses?
But then you don't get the money.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
I've got 2 in for you.
Remind me tonight. I'll show you a coin.
It's a 2 rand coin. Keep it somewhat.
Okay, call it heads or tails. Okay, wait.
That's it.
Okay, so that's heads. South African emblem, tails.
It's tails. Yep.
How do we?
Okay, wait. Call it.
So 3 games of
It's
coin
a
toss. Indeed.
Is
3
it
games of
between
coin
you and
toss.
me or who?
You it's between you two. It's
Okay.
tails.
All right. We'll call it in the air. Who's
No,
gonna call? You or me?
I'll call it first.
You call first.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
It's
First
Tails.
one. It's a tail.
Okay, one more.
okay.
1, 2, 3.
It's no.
Tails.
Oh, bad.
Oh yes.
No, we're not making money now.
1,
Fucking idiot. We need to make money.
3.
It's.
Get ahead.
Heads.
There we go. 1-1.
So Mario 1, 2, Gareth 1, 1.
You got to give us $5 now, Ryan, because
The
Gareth
lady,
did win one.
the official. Yeah.
Gareth did win one. He won the last one, so that's $5, please.
No, I technically lost 2-1 to you. So you
Yeah.
won. So you
Yeah.
shouldn't donate. It's your fault we
Okay,
don't
which
make
2
money.
rand was it?
Can I have the 2 rand at least? No,
I just said keep it.
okay.
Keep it for good luck. Back to the rugby we go. 44 minutes into the game, scoreline unchanged half time. The 44th minute of the game, rather. Oh, yes. By the way, Ryan, we've got a little something there behind my back that we will unveil to you shortly.
Can we have to organize?
Wait for it, wait for it.
We always have welcome.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the $5 there, bud. He gave you $5 for winning the one coin
Ryan.
toss.
Hey.
Good man, thank you. Thanks very much. Yep, I noticed you're a man of your word there. Good man. H-Tech, welcome back.
Mario, I'm going to send you a message before to your dad. Just an update on my old man.
Cool beans.
So I don't have to, I can't explain it.
G.
No?
Me and you just quickly gonna walk to
That's
We
right.
have a Western Force man down at the hooker.
Cool. You have my wallet.
It's in my bag. Don't need to buy you stuff too.
Yeah, buy
It's a penalty to the Western Force.
rashes. No. Wins.
Okay.
Buy us. It's for me and my dad. So, yeah, okay, Thompson.
Okay. Okay, then I will seize you now.
There's no point buying stuff. You'll be here for
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, it's gonna.
What time is it? 1 o'clock. You're going to be here for another 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to go tonight. I want to go. I don't want it, but for my dad. And I might come later. A little tour.
We've got 45 minutes gone in the game. Still scoreline unchanged from half time. But yeah, I quite like your idea there of Sharks by 7. I like that. I mean, that's in Cape Town, so that's quite good. Bulls by 5, I don't know. I think it just depends on who your Bulls team is.
Is it hot? What did we have the other night?
From what I believe, I saw it last night, Bertie, on I think it was Twitter or something like that.
Do we almost six?
It mentioned that the Bulls have gone for pace instead of power against the Lions, which is not. I don't think that's quite the right move. Miotti kicking a goal here for the Western Force.
Well, we need alcohol.
Has slotted it. Brumbies 12, Force 6. I'm about to update the score.
I'm not supposed to drink brandy.
Yep, you're right.
1st of May. I said 1st of May. I'm not going to drink brandy anymore.
Okay, what do you want?
Brandy. Yeah.
Smash that like button, guys. We'd like to get at least 45 to 50 for the for the end of the second half. Oh, Sean O'Farrell, I'm not too sure, but I mean, from what I've heard, Leinster. I don't know if it's Leinster's strongest side or not. Oh, by the way, Ryan, there's a little special there for you, buddy. It's called biltong. We're about to have some now. Just make you a little bit homesick.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to wait for the lady to get back from the shop first.
I checked earlier.
Although G-Man and I could be our own officials in that one.
Oh, it's hot.
Paper, scissors. It's not that difficult. Pretty easy, actually. We've got another lady sitting on the other side there. We'll ask her to be the official. Ryan says, no, it's rock, paper, scissors game. Best of 3 between you and me. Lady to be the official. So now I'm like, well, the other one's gone to the shop, but we've got another one sitting on the other side of you.
I generally am working it. That water next to that is left.
Brumbies man down, clutching the upper leg. Oh no, it's a knee. That's even worse.
I've gotten better. I used to be bad. I've gotten better since my one.
Am I bigger? Indeed, I am bigger, Ryan. I am quite a bit bigger than you. Western Force have just kicked the ball out in the up to 10-yard line. Brumbies are inside their own half here. Indeed, Ryan, let the games begin.
Water? Okay.
Here they go. Here come the piece again. It's just been a big handoff. Nick White takes it, goes short side, turns it on, goes the other way, Lola's Hill. Here come the Brumbies on the counter. Oh! And it's hit the medic. Time off. We have an injury. Very serious injury.
Maybe.
Looks as if it's a potentially serious injury here for the Brumbies.
I know the question.
Not looking good at all for the Brumbies here. I think it's the Brumbies hooker that's lying down there with his knee. Touching his left knee. And by the way, I think whoever that Western Force player was that kicked Brumbies medic there, I think they need to give him about $100 there for hitting the medic because that was on the bullseye, right on the back. Those of you that can't watch the game, watch the replay. It's coming up right now. Actually hit him on the shoulder blade. That's even more difficult than hitting him on the back. That's why I was saying that the referee should have called time off already there. I mean, there was a pretty serious injury there. Pete Tamu, the 8th man that's down for the Brumbies. Not looking good at all for Pete Tamu. Potentially serious knee injury here. Looks as if he's already been replaced, which is even worse. News that for the Brumbies. Pete Tomo, one of the strong men there in the Brumbies team, he is leaving the field. Limping off the field with a serious right knee injury by the looks of things. Western Force still have 8 minutes and 16 seconds left of the red card before the red carded player can be replaced, and then you will have 15 against 15 again.
19 people, Mario.
And it's Reimer on for Samu. Thanks, G. I am doing rather well. Although I was doing a bit
How the
better
arrogance in your voice said thank you.
Oh, you cheeky little bugger. She got me. She got me.
You got me too.
Sneaky. I guess your second name's going to be Sneaky now.
I thought you stand for both. That's what you said. No. Hey, I've been on fire recently. That puppy idea I thought was genius.
Your master recently
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, I'm not watching another video of you again. I won't do it. I'm running out of ideas now. I'm literally running out.
Come on, likes. Come on, guys. Thanks for the update there, Bertie. 30 like. Good man. Do your job. That's what Bertie said. I'm just going to echo it again. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to at least 50 by the end of the game. We've got 20 more to go, guys. Let's do it. And we've got about half an hour left in the match. And we have an injury here to the Western Force hooker that's just having his neck Kaitu. Paletti Kaitu. It's just having his neck checked out. And the biltong is prestige, my friend. Prestige. Well, then make a plan and get yourself a ticket to fly home. At least you won't be so homesick anymore. You can come and join us on the live streams. Imagine what the other people in this stream are going to be thinking over there in Aussie and those places if they see that you're here with us. Brumbies have a scrum. Oh, sorry, correction. Western Force have a scrum. Thunder's broken away. Western Force go over the 2-yard line. Kubeli to the forwards. It's been lost forward by the Western Force. We have about 6.5 minutes of the red card remaining. We're in the 50th minute of the game, and the score is still 6. Force so far the only team to score points in the second half, which Jubs, it's looking good for you guys so far, being the only team to score points in the second half. Jubs, by the way, I see your message now only. We're streaming live from... No, Jubs.
I just said Jubs. Where the fuck is it?
Jubs, we're live streaming from Hotspot in warmer Port Elizabeth, South Africa. A place called Hotspot. It's a sports bar. It's the 51st minute of the game. Brumbies have the scrum. White goes short. And here come the Brumbies on the counter. It's Tom Banks, the fullback. He's lost the ball forward. And there's an advantage to the Western Force, and there will be a Western Force scrum inside their own half. About 3 meters from the Brumbies 10-yard line inside Western Force territory. Indeed, Ryan, it would be cool. Kalani, unfortunately, I haven't really been following the English League, my friend. I don't really follow all kinds of rugby. Maybe G would be able to answer you better on that one. Sorry, Bertie, but I believe that new name, tongue twister, firstly, and secondly, allegedly, according to me, I think the weatherman, he can't find us on the map anymore. I mean, we just don't get rain over here. It's like the weatherman's just like, where is that? I don't know. Sorry, skip these guys. And from what I understand, apparently that's even our mayor is not happy with that name. He feels that they should rather run for Nelson Mandela City or something like that, because we're already known as Nelson Mandela Bay pretty widely. And the Western Force, I think, have just won a penalty for an illegal scrum by a free kick to the Brumbies for early engagement. And then Nick White flattens Kubeli after he needs to get the ball. I don't know if Kubeli realized that there was a free kick against him or what was the story there. International scrum halves going at loggerheads there. One for Western Force, one for the Brumbies. Nick White, Wallaby International. Thomas Kubeli, Argentinian International. Pumas International. Ryan, it has changed, but it hasn't changed. It's difficult to say. I mean, if you look on Google Maps, if you type in, say, for example, Mill Park on your Google Maps, it'll bring up the new name. But apparently, they say that they're not happy with it. So it's official, but it's not official. So I'd say it's like 20% versus 80%. 20% official, 80% unofficial. So, and when they read like your weather and stuff like that on the radio, they use a new name already, and it's a try to the Brumbies in the corner, 54th minute of the game. It's the man that was nailed earlier by the Western Force right winger. And the Brumbies have taken the lead. They're up 17 points to 6 with a kick to come.
Have another one. You're in.
Lovely grabber kick there. Straight through, and the left winger beautifully followed up. Try time to the Brumbies. And I think the Western Force are going to struggle. Jibs, perhaps you're right about that with a honey badger not being there to help them. They might be able to check over here. Potential foot in touch, I think. Yes, we have gone TMO. The referee is checking to see if there's a foot in touch by the Brumbies wing. The assistant referee herself is unsure as to whether or not that he'd crossed the chalk in the touchline or not. Picks it up cleanly. Is there a foot in touch? Ooh, I must admit, I think that is no try. If it's no try in this instance, it will be a goal line dropout to the Western Force. Can he get it down before he goes touch goals? In which instance, it will be goal line dropout. I think we could well have a goal line dropout here. 55th minute of the game. Checking potential in touch. I'm not sure if he managed to get his foot the ball down as the referee awarded it. No try. Goal line dropout.
Oh, that's a big one. It's a big one.
Yes, Chubs, it was a foot in touch. So it's a goal line dropout. And the Western Force have survived. Seems as if the Brumbies captain Alan Alatoa is not very happy about that decision, but referee's decision stands. We still have a 6-point ball game with 25 minutes to play. No, apparently it's not a goal line dropout. My facts wrong. It's a 22-meter dropout. 56th minute of the game. That happened around about the 54th, 53rd minute before the TMO intervened, or before the referee had the TMO intervening to turn that one around. And the Brumbies smashed straight over Brainard's standard. White. That was Lolo Shield that just had the ball. There's a big floated ball over there to the Brumbies left winger. Brumbies on the counter again. Roughly in the vicinity of the halfway line. And the Western Force still defending rather manfully, considering that they're the only team to have scored 3 points in the second half. Much like the first half, this has been a pretty tough game thus far.
I think they've started in like 40 minutes.
Yep. Ryan, to be honest with you, beer over here depends on where you get it. Some places can be pretty expensive. No, I think it's about like anywhere between 25 Rand and about 30, 40 Rand a beer. So not too far off. But it just depends on where you go. Like if you go to Barney's beachfront, I think they're about roughly in that vicinity of about 40 Rand a beer. We're in the 10th phase of this one, and the Brumbies have after 11 phases kicked the ball away, and the Western Force have knocked it on. Brumbies will go on the counter. They go. Nick White swings it wide. Back inside. Lolo Shield. White again. White gives a cross kick. And puts it into touch. Western Force are now able to make a replacement for the red-carded player. Yeah, no, that's what I'm speaking about, Ryan. Your beer inside the shop or at a shop is about like 30, 40 Rand itself too. So they're making more or less that. But I do stand heavily corrected. I mean, I haven't bought a single beer out of a shop for a long time. Normally you buy a 6-pack, you know. And how is on for Pulu as a replacement for the red-carded player. Western Force are inside their own half. They're about 10 meters. Fleshin, you haven't missed much. How's it, bud? All good, Flesh, all good. You haven't missed much. As you can see, the scoreline is pretty low. And thus far, the Western Force have been the only side to score points in the second half. They've scored only 3. The Brumbies scored 2 tries, 1 converted, 1 unconverted here right at the end of the game, or the first half. And yeah, that's pretty much what's happened so far. Brumbies line out, goes to White, to the big number 6. We're in the 59th minute of the game. Brumbies on the inside, Lolo Sio to the number 14 winger. And the Brumbies on the counter, still there inside the Western Force 22. Western Force still defending manfully. That looked like a forward pass, and it's a ball into touch. The referee has gone upstairs he's gone back to a penalty. And there was a bit of a fascinating piece of assistant refereeing there by the assistant ref, but it looks like there's a potential serious injury here for the Brumbies. There's a man down. Potential neck injury to the hooker. Are you making bad to moderator? Approximately
There we go. It's a spanner now.
Yep. That is a spanner.
Not bad, Alicia.
That is also. Oh, wait.
That
He's,
is a
of course,
moderator.
he is a moderator. Forget that. Hasn't shown yet over here. Thanks, Jubs. Good to have you. Welcome to the G-Man. We've got a new subscriber, right? Jubs.
Hey, welcome, Jobs. All right. That's you.
Yep.
You convinced the boy.
Yep. Thank you,
I'll
Jubs.
give you the credit now.
Thank you for that one.
Welcome
Thanks for
to
joining
G.
us. Welcome to G Nation.
If you look good in our shirt.
Yeah, we look like twinsies here, man. We want twinsies. We look like
Teams go on. We got
one. You got one.
earlier on, so what us all to take maybe Zane and Jade might pop in.
Sure.
I want to take a photo of all of us.
Unfortunately, I might not be here for that one.
Fuck. Okay, we'll take one.
Take a
with
photo
you.
at your house.
No, we'll take one with you. Have it in and
Oh, yeah, true. Shucks. Well, then later on this evening. And over it goes. A penalty goal to the Brumbies. Lolo Sio slotting a penalty there for the Brumbies, and we have 15 points to 6. Guys, we have a prime example over here. Those of you that haven't, follow Jibs' example. Hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. Thank you. 61 minutes gone in the game. We have a penalty that's just been kicked by the Brumbies. Their first points of the second half. Having a quick word on the sideline. Roz Kelly of Sports is having a quick word there with one of the Brumbies players, I think. Oh, sorry, she's the sideline reporter. Must be quite a decent crowd over there in Canberra. I don't know if there's any of you from there. Looks like a decent amount of spectators. Probably in the vicinity of 15 to 20,000 people over there by the looks of things. I mean, this looks pretty much like as if it could be a pretty big Super Rugby playoff semi-final. Playoff final, rather. Referee is not sure as to what's spotting here. Looks like he's called off. There's a penalty that's gone the way of the Brumbies. Looks like it was called by the touch judge.
You control. Part of the team.
I'm not sure what the penalty was for. I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, there was a sudden one. The referee's called time off. It's 62 minutes and 25 seconds. It looks like it's Brumbies hooker. That's not a happy chap at the moment.
Is H-Tech still here?
I don't think so. I think X-Tech is out. I think there's a potential here for checking for foul play here, I think, by the Western Force. And there is a replacement happening now for the Brumbies. It looks as their number 2 hooker is being replaced by number 16. Looks like he might have a potential neck injury.
Almost time for the big game. I'm so bored of this one.
Bertie, I've just got to correct you there. The Force aren't on 14 men. They've gone back to, they're on 15 men because after 20 minutes of a red card, you can replace the player that's been red carded.
Sorry, I got distracted with message.
Sorry, we're just distracted from the rugby for a moment. Our channel has decided to do a quick advert right in the middle of the second half. I don't know whether they've lost.
Oh, there. Let's just look at the
Whether they've lost
Before
reception
Mario
or
gets
what.
to get a photo, but then when Ali comes and gets hers, we take another one.
Thank you, Fleshin. I appreciate that. No worries, Bertie. I know it's a rather new innovation, so not everybody's aware of it. So don't stress. I mean, we are part of our job to keep people or help people stay informed with new things that happen in rugby and those things. So I mean, like I said, not everyone's aware of it. I mean, I know the Varsity Cup has also at the moment gone for that same thing with 15 for a red card, and then after the red card, after 15 minutes has elapsed, that player can also be replaced. So much the same as with Super Rugby Aotearoa and Super Rugby AU. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, no, although G-Man does quite well himself, I think he's better at reading the comments than what I am. I think I follow the rugby better than what I read the comments.
I want to take the route there to distract his mind. So we're all going to go there. So, I'm not sure about tonight.
We're just watching adverts on Super Sport Channel 211. I don't know what's spotting there that we're off it.
If you want, the office there.
Good one, Bertie. Good one. Yeah, elbow cough indeed.
It's not elbow cough, it's a dab, but
No, Bertie wrote there, elbow cough.
it's not. He didn't write it. It's
Oh,
Mario.
okay, right.
It's because
All right.
StreamYard doesn't pick up the
Oh,
mode.
does it not pick it up? Oh, okay. By the way, thanks for
No, it does. It literally says it because the
thanks for the donation there, Jibs.
So like,
Thank you, Jibs. By the way, Sharks for Life too.
Alicia posted something earlier. There, whatever you posted, yeah. See, it says what?
Sheltering.
Sheltering.
Yeah.
What did you post earlier? No, that was
New comments.
sheltering. So pick that up because the app I'm using is up to date. So it picks up the code of that.
Sorry, Flash. My apologies. I'm busy just trying
Sorry,
to.
Mark.
I'm trying to.
Thank you very much.
Just unpin, Flash in front, please.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we've left Super Rugby AU to go to the Pro 14 Rainbow Cup for the build-up for the
fucking
Sharks
sign this
and Stormers game. So we will be heading over into a new stream
Let's sign this one off.
momentarily. So G-Man will sign us off.
What's the score?
The score was 15-6.
Sorry, guys.
As we were rudely
Due
interrupted.
to us being at the obviously South African games get favoured, so the game's been switched to the big one. So we're going to end this stream, begin the next one in probably about 25 minutes. So for those who joined, thanks so much for ending it. But the Brumbies are pretty much going to win it. And join us in about 25 minutes. We will be streaming Sharks game, and then I'll take lead on that one. So Jubs Z08, join us for the Sharks game. We will be covering that. So we'll see you guys soon. So thanks so much for joining, Mario. Thank you for you.
And thanks to G-Man. And then,
Sign
of
off.
course, as we always say, I think we need to do it on the back of the shirt or what? Stay safe.